Hi, it's Donna from redcarpetlearning.com, and the question we are discussing today is, what's next? Okay, so it's been about a year as I film this since we all life changed for all of us. And I know that now you might be getting vaccinated. Maybe your staff is. If you're not yet, you know you're looking towards the time when you will get vaccinated. There seems to be light at the end of this tunnel, and we are just all so anxious to get back to normal. The question is, what is normal? It's not going to be like it used to be before, and now is our opportunity to be intentional about creating the next new normal in your business. And so I want to invite you to just pause. Just pause. Just for a few moments, for a few days, for a few weeks. And before you run right back into the next new initiative or full on opening up again or all of the wonderful things that you just want to do again, take a moment, take a breath. Because you, me, your team members, your customers, we have all been through what I believe we're going to discover is a collective trauma experience. And so it's important that we don't just rush into the next normal, but that we actually take a moment to pause and digest what has happened. And so I invite you to do three things. The first is to celebrate. Celebrate with your team, celebrate with your customers, celebrate your resilience, your innovation, the fact that you're still here, right? Celebrate. Second is reflect. Take some time in groups, large groups, small groups, with everyone on your team, and reflect, and maybe even your customers, and reflect back on these three questions. Number one is, what worked? What worked in these past 12 months? What went well, right? Because there are, as tragic as much of it was and as challenging and difficult, there are some things that you did really, really well. What did you do well? There are some things where you got better, right? What worked? What's still working? What went well? That's three questions in one. Second question is, what have you learned? You and your team members have adapted, so you learn new skills. You have new insights, right? What are the skills that you now have that you didn't have 12 months ago? What are the insights that you have now that you didn't have 12 months ago? Take some time to really think through these things. And then third question is, what do you think the future will look like at work? Get everyone's thoughts about how what they think the future will bring. Put on your fortune teller hat and start talking about the next new normal, which, by the way, brings us to the third action that I encourage you to take. So celebration, reflection, and then reimagine. Now, before I get into reimagine, if you find these videos helpful, please hit like. Please leave me a comment below. The more likes and comments that I get on these videos, the more YouTube will actually show them to more people. And I'm really dedicated to the mission and message of the Red Carpet Way, which is all about lifting people up. So if you want to help me do that, please hit like, please comment below, and you are helping me, and I always love to hear from you. Okay, so celebration, reflection, reimagine the future. Reflect on the past 12 months to reimagine the future, and here are the questions to ask yourself. What should we stop doing? What should we start doing? And what should we continue doing? There are some things you weren't doing before the pandemic that you're doing now that you're realizing, oh, that works. Let's keep doing that, right? Maybe it's virtual tours that you give of your senior living community. Maybe it is having people work from home, or maybe it's a hybrid of people working from home. Maybe there are things that you discovered about how to be a really close knit, strong, tight team that you want to make sure you continue doing into the future. It could be about the fact that you communicated with your team more often and more strategically than you did in the past. You might want to continue doing that. I don't have the answers for you personally. This is a conversation that you want to have with your team members. And again, not just leadership, but people at all levels of the organization. If you take this time, pause, celebrate, reflect on the past, to reimagine the future, you're going to come back better than ever. So that's what I've got for you today. Again, please hit like, comment below, and visit me at redcarpetlearning.com. If I can help you in any way, I'd love to have that conversation.